All right, guys, how are we? Welcome in here, Slaughterhouse Sports. We're going to talk today about a couple of new commits. Chase Linton. Linton is from North Atlanta, Georgia, and he's somebody that is 6'4", 215 pounds. He takes Georgia to number one in the 2025 rankings. And we're going to review his tape. So he's 215 pounds, 6'4". You could see he has long arms. He has good burst for somebody his size. And what we're going to see here on film is a lot of these are splash plays and a lot of these are poorly blocked plays. Just being honest with you guys. So what is interesting about high school recruiting is that, Linton, well, that's great burst right there. That might be one of his best plays. So he has, what you look for in a high school recruit, you really look for the physical traits, and he's big. And there's a possibility, I don't know if he's going to move inside or play outside. He's definitely a 4-3 defensive end. I doubt that he's not really built to be an outside linebacker. There we go. There we get a spin move. But I think that Chase Linton, I think he's more of a potential guy, especially at the University of Georgia. Like, he's going to have to put on more size. I think he's going to become more defined, and I think he's going to probably put on about 30 pounds of muscle. But really, watching this tape even a second time, the upside I do kind of see being there for Chase Linton. A lot of these are busted assignments, but once again, I mean, this is somebody, first of all, if you're somebody like an ACC school, like an NC State, well, NC State might not be the best example, but say you're Duke, say that you are... say to you're maybe like North Carolina or one of these schools, like you take a guy like Chase Linton, and he develops 2 years in your program, and by the end of sophomore year, he's playing significant minutes, and then for Chase, he's going to get paid. He's going to get a massive NIL contract in probably about. Chase Linton's gonna get a massive contract in, let's just say, 3 years, right? So if you're a school like an ACC or you're a Big Ten school like Michigan State, like Linton's should eventually pop. But by the time he does that, he's just going to transfer up to a higher level to more NIL. So for him staying at Georgia right now, like Georgia can develop him, he's going to stay there for the long haul. But that's why it's very interesting with this recruitment. Like, you see Georgia involved in Linton, but you see a lot of other programs are not, because they look at Linton right now, and at 18 years old, like, he's somebody that I think is going to develop over time. He's going to become more defined. Like, I think he's going to see the field at Georgia in 2 or 3 years now. Hopefully Chase, maybe he proves me wrong and he's playing as a sophomore or as a freshman, but I think he's going to be dominant in about 3 years. I think he could be very, very good, very dynamic athlete. All right. So, listen, it's a little bit hard to actually predict some defensive linemen. I mean, there's linemen from a couple of years ago that are 4- and 5-star guys, and some of them make little impact, and some like Shamar Stewart at South Carolina make big impact. So I thought, doing this a couple of years ago, I thought that I would hit on more defensive linemen, but I've honestly missed on some defensive linemen. But I look at Linton, and yes, like, he has traits, and at a camp he's going to run really well. But I do think that he needs to put on size. I do think that he's going to, at Georgia, he's going to really be challenged, and that's going to be very, very effective for him. And I see a long-term successful college football player with a chance to play on Sundays. But again, I think it's going to take, development. I do, just looking at the tape. But I think that there are traits there that are really, really exciting. And he's certainly going to the best place for him. He's going to UGA. Congratulations to Chase Linton from the state from Georgia, Atlanta kid going to UGA. It's awesome. Let me know what you guys think about this commit for the Dogs and for Kirby Smart.